here we are again, my friends. Hopefully everyone is having a good Wednesday evening, day, morning, whichever. One of the things either way, we're gonna try to have some fun. A little bit. Just a tad. Okay. Where did I have that one? There. It's been a long time. Yes, it has. Hey, Glyph. I'm gonna see if we can make something fun out of today. That is too much. Too big. We'll make it smaller. You posted a drawing in the Discord. When was this? I have been working so much that I have had issues following. Excuse me. I've seen a couple posts from multiple people that I really liked recently. Yes, it's the study of the Adrian Smith one, the man with the Emperor. I like that one. You're spot on. It's a good drawing and good technique, yes. Well, I mean, what's his name? Also, Antaro also gave you a compliment. There's a reason why you get compliments, because it's good. Been training all this time. I was training, that's why I wasn't here on the stream every day. But that's okay. Training is good. You don't have to worry about, you know, having to. You don't have to be here. You have to train. That's it. Hello. That's okay. This is... Let's see if we manage to get this one to look good. There's a lot of thoughts I'm trying to... There's a lot of thoughts, MTF, I'm trying to reach their level. Whose level? Adrian Smith, the the dude who made the painting that you're currently Miguel. Oh yeah, of course. Okay. Now we're gonna do a little bit of erasing on this one because I'm trying to get something going, but it's not exactly like this. So. You're studying Django and web development and need a job and art won't help. No, that's true. But you got some stuff going for you, so that's good. Okay.
Waiting for peanuts to be done in the bathroom.
Ah, yeah. You know. My wife is software developer. I remember she said something about Python. Yeah, she works in IT. Such a catch-all phrase.
What, me?
Yes.
I don't work with Python. I know Python, but I am my specialities are in analyzing Java Dev and SQL.
Yeah.
But I know others as well, but they're not as cool.
Glyph is following your advice to follow in Python and forget about art. No, she didn't say to forget about art, dude.
Because I do still art.
Yeah.
Art is good. Art is the spice of life.
Art is life. Or something. Okay, now I need to find a good reference for that one.
Python, if you have the stomach for it, if you really want to get a job that no language immediately gives you a job well paid, COBOL, C-O-B-O-L.
Yeah, COBOL.
That's for mainframes.
And no, she didn't say that one. No, indeed, that's what I thought. Like, N would not say that one, no.
It's a good way to retain some money while you have, making art costs money.
You're not following a lie. What she said was, you can earn money in that line of direction and then you can still do art on the side. I remember it well. Because art is not a thing that makes you rich and wealthy.
No. I mean, it's fun to see the big artists and whatever, but on average, even if you go through galleries, oh my god, that canvas sold for 50,000.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, and you lose 60 to 70%
to the gallery.
To the gallery owner. And then your agent takes his commission, and then this and that, and then all of a sudden you're left with 10,000, which you go like, that's still a lot of money. Sure, but how often do you sell a canvas?
Yeah, indeed. That's what I like. So don't worry about that one. You're not following a lie.
And this is coming from someone who loves art.
Yes. I was just gonna ask her if a web scrapping project in Python using Scrappy with treatment of data and data bank in Django is a good project for a beginner. I'm not a junior yet.
Well, Python is very grateful to start with because when they made Python, they kind of looked at all the other code and they went like, where did they fuck up? And let's try to avoid that one. So you have less fuck-ups in the logic of things.
Yeah.
So it's a good one to start with, absolutely. To learn, logics and how to, write your stuff. Because in essence, if you look at the theory, it's kind of similar with what you're doing. So yeah. Personally, I think anything MySQL or PostgreSQL is more interesting for databases because that's more widely spread, and SQL is really not that difficult, and that's kind of your basis for database management.
I have personally no idea what Django is, so I don't know what. I know what Python is.
Django Reinhardt?
I also don't understand what Scrappy is. So, but I'm assuming Scrappy and Django are two types of programs that use or utilize Python. That's me trying to be clever about what I see in data. Unfortunately, my wife is gonna go for walkies with the dogs right now, so she's not gonna be able to help super much more, but hopefully that one already helped a little bit.
Don't go for front-end development, go for back-end.
Back-end. This is the thing. Go for back-end, not front-end.
That sounds wrong. Go for the back-end. Contextually, we're talking code and infrastructure, not anything else. Right, you.
See you.
I have needs. I can't find any. I'll take my job. Let's.
You think that Björn doesn't like you anymore because you did a joke. I mean, the thing is, it all depends on what the joke was and how that one related to him. Jokes are tricky, man.
Right, see you later.
Yes, see you later.
Alright, yes. Ta-ta.
I don't even know what both others is, so... That's gonna be a balls joke, isn't it? It feels like something that Keen might say. And if so, then he probably chose not to reply to it for that reason. Because... yeah. He's not... he's... Björn has lived in the UK, so he's probably a bit more up to date with those things than I am. Clever with finding them and seeing them. And then I think what it comes down to is, I don't think it's about not liking, I think it's just about choosing not to engage because it might not fit the rest of his audience. I don't judge. Take all your friends and come here instead. Steal Björn's audience to here. He's a good guy. He's also a guy who tries to be kind of like me, accepting of everyone, but that also means that if you have a lot of people, then you need to be careful with how you act and react to specific things, such as jokes. Because you don't know if you might hurt someone in your audience. And then you want to avoid that one. He has a big crowd. I'm gonna draw an alien today. Last week, oh, you didn't see that one. Last week I was drawing some some stuff for commission, but I'm a little bit tired for that day. So instead, last week I actually drew. Last time I drew this thing. I drew Soul and Prophet. These ones are two characters from a book I'm writing. And today I'm gonna start with another character called Sail Willis, who is a monster queen. Yeah, I tried to, in any case. See how well that one goes, but I'm trying to. It's not even close to done, so we got quite some bits to go. This one, this was the wrong one. Wait, where is it? It's a sci-fi book. It's a series of books, actually. I'm relatively far in the drafts for the first book. It's still quite a lot to do. And then the first drafts are always crap, so you always have to rewrite. So. This character that I'm painting is she's not human. That was not the right. Because there's a few humans in this world that are in the setting, but it's not our world, it's not our galaxy even. So the first thing I have to do is I actually have to try to figure out her anatomy, because her species have different anatomy than humans do. That's why I'm painting Pugas right now, because I have to get this one done correctly. Scared you. You're not even talking anymore. drink water and check my posture? Thank you. Already did. But yes, I am writing a book. I'm trying to write a book. I've seen a lot of drawings through this year now. I've been posting a lot. Yes. And now you're gonna ask me how I think that you're doing, and I think that you're doing good. You're progressing. Progressing is the most important part. I think you're progressing very, very far. I also told you already earlier this year that you need to study, do studies like you're doing right now, but you also need to paint stuff that isn't just pure studies of other art. You need to paint other things as well, including painting stuff from imagination and stuff, right? Practicing is the important bit, but you also need to practice you need to practice not just your skill in painting what you see or painting a copy, let me put it like that. You also need to actually paint stuff from imagination, if that makes sense. Let's see, this is actually, this guy had a tall head. Very, very far as in how your evolution is. What I mean by that one is that in the beginning of the year, which is now a while ago, you actually one second, I just need to fix something here quickly. In the beginning of the year, you weren't as far as you are now. That's why. Can I speak? Oh, okay, that's not a problem. I can lower the music. Hold a sec. Music is a little bit loud. Is that better? It's supposed to be just background stuff. The beginning of the year, you weren't as far as you are now. You have evolved your way of painting, and your details are like, how should I put this one to make it more clear? At the beginning of the year, when you painted something, there was something hesitant about it. This is so difficult to explain. Scarily enough. You... I could see that you were more of a beginner back then than you are now. I don't know how to explain this one. It was just more rough, more less developed. I don't know. Like when you paint, yeah, there was no softness or smooth, and it's not just about that it has to be, you know, soft. It's also that when you started doing your studies of just like inanimate objects, your bargs, I could see that you understood how the shape and the form worked, but it wasn't showing in your drawings and paintings of, for instance, faces and heads. And that's kind of what the intent of the studies are. They're to help you get better at understanding and you know, not just understanding but also translate into you know, the paintings that aren't just studies. Does that all make sense? Or am I just being kind of annoying? Can be down as well. In the start, the problem was I wasn't being able to catch the nuances and smooth that make the object seem like a 3D object. Bargs are already simplified, that's why I could take the form and etc. very well. Yes, but a barg also does a secondary thing. It teaches you to look for that simplicity. So for instance, right now I'm trying to paint a figure, right? And wait, where was I? Here. This is what I started with, right? A square. And then I added a little bit of stuff behind it, just to show where the eye sockets are and where the forehead is, right? And then I added a little bit more that wasn't there, but then I added a little bit more here. And this one's already looking like a face. But I'm seeing the face already here. I'm already in my mind seeing where the things are, right? And then I just add the simple ones. The bargs help you do that one. The bargs help you to understand and see that one before you have managed to get there. Doing the studies, like for instance the Emperor one that you're doing now, you're just copying. And just copying isn't bad, but it is easier to copy than to paint something and try to adjust it to what you want to see. So a barg is also, technically speaking, a copy. If you're doing a barg based on an image, like you have the image or a photo of the object, then you're still just copying. If you instead have a ball next to you that you have, or a piece of stone or a piece of foot or whatever from a statue that is pure white, and you have it in a room where you can look at it in pure black and white and not like an apple or whatever, because then it's stilleben, that's something else. Then being able to use that one to figure out the 3D object and paint and copy that one is what will help you understand how to draw a similar painting to the Emperor one that you're drawing now, but with your own mind and your own idea on how things should look. I don't know if I can explain that one better than that one, but that's basically what I was referring to. A monster one is about copying. I can copy everything, but I can't draw from mind. I can't illustrate. You can illustrate. Don't say that you can't illustrate. You can illustrate. You just need to figure out how to translate the copying into your illustrative work. And yes, it might seem scary and stuff, but you know, once you get that one, then you know you will still feel like you need to learn and you need to do, you know, that's not gonna change, but you will be closer with understanding it and getting it and doing it. Yes, but Miguel Iglesias, Steven Zapata, he's been doing this one for longer than I have. Miguel might have started later than me, but he's practiced masses. You know, you can't look at these ones as you can't look at a level of someone else who's done this one for multiple years and then go, oh, I'm not there, I'm shit. You know, it doesn't work like that. You have to practice to get there. You'll get there. Don't worry about it. You're already making huge progress. I told you, right? The beginning it looked very much like you didn't have the courage to do the things, but now you do it. And now you just need to push that line, right? So your immediate sense of what you feel that you can't do is you can't illustrate. But at the beginning of the year, you couldn't do things with that ease and that softness, neither. How can you translate visual and observation skill to illustration? Practice. Do the same as you're doing now, but with other things. Take an image. I'll see. I'll see if I can find something. I want to paint a woman here. I'm gonna open up an image of a woman's face. Let's see. Hold on. I'll take this one. I'll take a real person's face. I have some characters here. Women. I want. Is this good? Maybe. No. I'll show you what I mean. No. You're not seeing anything I'm searching. I'm just gonna search them up first. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. First step, find the reference. Second step, paint. I'm just looking for a reference that has the right cheekbones right now. You don't have to see me go through all of these ones. Perhaps, sort of. Oh yeah, I don't know who this one is. It's a Russian woman, that one I know. But she has the cheekbones I want, right? I'm gonna put this one here on the screen so you can see what I'm doing. Because I don't want to paint her. I don't want to paint her face. What I want to do is I want to have this character here have these cheekbones. Right? And I'm painting everything. I have a color picker over here, so don't worry about that one. To get the right colors that I want. And then I don't like that nose per se. Maybe a little bit. One sec. But I don't want it to be like this. I want her to have even stronger cheekbones, right? So then I have to search and try to figure out how to make this one be darker. And I already have the light from above. She has something over there that kind of does take away some stuff. Paint the eyes a little bit. What I'm doing is I'm looking at these things, but I don't want it to look exactly like her, right? That's what I've been saying. So some sort of eyebrow over here. And here. Her eyes need to be bigger, I think. So what I'm just doing, the difference between, you know, just paint, I could copy this one, but that's not what I want to do, right? This is the difference between illustration and just copying. I could have a reference of a person that I have, you know, purchased or gotten, you know, and can use, and then just copy one-to-one. That can be a part of an illustration as well. There's nothing wrong with that one. But I specifically want to paint a different face now. And to be able to do that one, I need to figure out the cherry, the blueberry. That's also a while ago, right? I'm sorry, I haven't really been following everything that much as I should, because I've been busy with trying to make sure that I have enough work that isn't art to be able to actually sustain myself. And that one has taken a lot of time away from looking at the Discord. I probably saw them, but I haven't been reacting to things as much as I used to. I asked myself, how much am I gonna get me to reach the levels? I can't catch the softness of a surface. I can do all of this, but from a face that already exists, I can't do from imagination like he does. It's a lot of work, yeah. But that's kind of what I'm trying to get to now with this one, right? I'm trying to show you what you can do, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to imagine this. Hold a sec. I'll show you exactly what I'm trying to do. I want this cheekbone, right? I want this cheekbone to appear here, but sharper. So what I'm looking for is this, right? But I don't want her jaw to be equal. You see here I have this one. I don't want that one. I want it to be less pronounced. So the jaw itself. So then I try to, in my mind I'm doing these ones, right? It's not something I do on the paint. I'm showing you now because it will help. And then I still want to have this one a little bit, but not as much as she has. I want it to be slightly more slender. So I narrow it in my mind, still in my mind, right? And put it down a little bit lower, so that I actually make this feel a little bit more, it should be feeling a little bit caricaturish, right? I don't want the mouth is sitting a little bit too high as well, but that's fine. I can do that one. That's fine. Maybe like this. Maybe we do it like this. Put it a little bit further down. Right? So this is all stuff I'm doing in my mind. I don't do it on the painting. I don't have the perfect reference on the screen, I'm using the reference to try to see these things. And this one looks horrible right now. But I'm trying to see these things in my mind, right? And that's what I'm trying to get here. And then I just use these ones as guidelines. I don't use them as you know, has to be this, has to be that. Because that one would be counterproductive. Oops, and then I need to turn this one. So also that jawline there, depending on how you make it turn, it will look male or female presenting. So those things are also, you know, things that I take from this one, because this is definitely a woman. It's not a man in any way. And you can see that one not just on the lips, but also on other things, right? So it's not always obvious that, you know, just because, I don't know. It makes sense? Hopefully a little bit sense. Allow me to just add some stuff. I think one of the reasons as well is because she doesn't look as slender as I imagine. I'm gonna remove this one now. I have this one on the side here instead. No wait, I'm gonna open it. Do not save. I'm gonna open it on the thingy. I have like a reference sheet here. Hold a sec. Wait, that one's the wrong one. There. It makes sense. You make me proud one day? Yes, you will be good. I know that you will. Don't worry about it. So everything is really about just finding those lines and as long as you find all of those reference points. I need to fix this one later as well, because they're, so the Narith are, she's a species called Narith, and the Narith are bovine. They are, if humans originate from apes, monkeys, you know, that kind of primates, then you have the one I showed earlier, which had Sol and Prophet. Sol is a lynx. They originate from cat-like origins. It must be very good. Yeah, it's frustrating on occasion as well. Because I don't know how everything looks exactly. I'm trying. to make this one look good, but that's not the same as making it look good, sadly. But so they originate from bovine origins. They have cow or antelope like origins. It doesn't look as delicate as I want it to look, but yeah, I'll figure it out somehow. The elf woman, I don't know which one that one is. Wait, wow, what just happened? The blood elf? Oh. Yeah, well. I'm glad you liked it. It's difficult, I've said this one before, but it's difficult for me to like my own art. It's not something that sits with me, if you know what I mean. Like, let's see, I need to let these ones go down further, and this as well. That's what will make. Why I don't like it? Do you like your art? Are you happy with your art? I don't mean that one as in like, you know, like it bad or anything like that. That's not what I mean. Do you like it? Or do you think that it should look better? You could stay staring at your own art for 2 hours. Yes, but do you stare at it because you're happy with it? Or do you stare at it because you feel like you want to do something different? Like you want to improve it or make it better? Or because that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, you know, I can stare at my own art as well for a long time and I'm usually very unhappy. Really, really good, like fucking good? Good. It's good. There's nothing bad with that one. I am always disappointed in my art. I always want to get better. And that's why I don't like my art. Because I always see something that I want to make better. A major was going to create the stars of human history, and he said that a painting of or drawing is never finished. Took him 7 years to paint Mona Lisa. Yes. Indeed. should never be happy. You should never be fully happy with your art. It's okay to be happy with your art. It's not what I'm saying. But you should always have there should always be a chance that you could go, you know what? This could be improved. I have that one all the time. I'm like you, maybe. That's true. And you shouldn't. But what I'm saying is as well is that the way that I look at that one for me is that I will never be happy with my art up until I'm happy with it. I don't know how to explain that one better because I'm bad at explaining today. Do you? That is not good. It's the inverse. So. Always strive to be even better than what you are now. That is basically what it comes down to. No, you don't. As a friend. Friends are good. You are welcome. Oh, that's the wrong layer. But I mean, as a friend, I'm married, I have a wife. I can't do the drama. Nah, it was a joke. It was really a joke. Sometimes you have to do jokes. If you cannot do jokes, you cannot survive. He didn't like it. He said so. But now I did one with you. What do you think about that one? was horrible. Now you hate me. Now you will leave me. Take all of my watchers with you. Oh no. That's not what you said earlier that you did. It's you have to have a rapport, man. You have to have something in common that makes you feel like it works. Otherwise that one can sound like you're taunting him or making fun of him. In a really, really bad way. Yeah. No, doubt it. Doubt it. It's not gonna be gone forever. Not based upon something as that one. Not based upon something like that. Maybe. You're happy with your brand? Next year I want to at least reach your level and get a job as a software engineer junior. But what if I increase my level? What are you gonna do then, huh? I shall increase my level and get way better. And then your plans will be ruined, man. Why, thank you. Thank you for your confidence. I'm your main target. I'm a bad target, man. I'm not even in the business anymore. All of this is because of me? Oh no. You saw and tell the history of how I beat you for my sons around the bonfire. Yes. And I told you, good. Let that be your goal. You're willing to pay an art teacher to help you? Good. Do. If you can beat me, it will be worth it. Self-teach is pretty hard, yeah, I know. Okay, now I also need to make sure that she has some clothes on, because now I've been focusing on making sure that her boobage is as it should. But I should actually make sure she has some clothes, because that's kind of the point. I show my teacher your painting and ask how much time to teach your level, and then your teacher will go like, why are you going for this one? Do better. I tell you, I keep telling you, you shouldn't sell yourself so low. You can do better than what I am. Easily. Why don't I try to get a job as a concept artist? You have talent to try to migrate to web. I'm not that bad, but I'm saying that you can do better. I'm giving you compliments, man. Take them. what makes I think? Because all you need to do is practice, man. Everything is practice. If you have more time to practice than I do, then you will be better than me. If you're better at practicing than me, then you will do better than me. Everything is practice, man. You got practice, you got skill. That's it. That's all there is. No other thing needed. Hey, Red. You coming in late today? This is such a shit painting right now. It will get better, I promise. Yeah. Maybe. I'm fast, yes, but it needs to be good as well. I will improve it. It's not down. I just currently she's just looking weird, and this ear is shit. Oops, button crook. I am so not happy with this one. His face is shit. Ah, well. I'm gonna get rid of this nose ring for a short while here. This lady, by the way, is not a happy lady. How did you make your pen do these little sounds? I don't know. This one. That's just a microphone picking up. Every time you paint, you hear this sound. That's the microphone picking up when I'm hitting the drawing board. That's just a natural thing that happens when you paint and you record it at the same time. Save, which reminds me I actually need to save as well. Maybe I should save as.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I need to charge my phone. Yeah.
It's getting better. I always do this.
Hello.
Hello. Hmm?
How are you doing?
Oh, okay. Trying to get a face to look decent, but
You still streaming?
yep. That is stopping soon though.
Fine, I'll keep it PG rated.
Mm. Everyone's very silent. Well, everyone. Your brother's here and the Glyph is here, that I know.
Hmm.
But they're very silent, probably because you went PG rated stuff. And then your brother's gonna come up and like, I didn't hear anything.
I mean PG rated, don't know her.
How did the walk go?
Yeah, so far. It's it's nice to have the park quiet again.
Yeah.
But also, our dogs do not like things that deviate from normal.
No.
There was a couple of dudes who just finished their shifts, you know, typical rough and tumble,
Yeah.
average burgerautonaar kind of. And they also walked through the park because the tram had just stopped. And I'm going like, yeah, whatever. So the thing that annoys me always is that people, you know, open the flashlight on their phones because it doesn't help.
No.
Just let your eyes get used to the dark, and it's way safer to walk there than, you know, with a light that blinds you because you don't see anything that, you know, if you shine it on the ground, you don't see a branch hitting you in the face
No.
and stuff like that. But whatever, you do you, girl, that's kind of my... And then they stop somewhere, and I see one of them with the flashlight move actually off the path and into the forest, so I just go like, yeah, he needs to take a leak. You know, go for a Welsh brekkie. And the other dude standing there with his phone just, you know, flashing and stuff. Ooh, the dogs did not like that one.
No. Your brother went like, am I here?
Is anyone here?
And Glyph went like, I was thinking, and yeah, you're right, I did a copy of a drawing of my master, and there were little issues that couldn't make my copy 100% same, and I can't look for it.
Enough! The issue as well is, purely with the subject you've chosen, is that Space Marines are notoriously iffy with...
That is true, you need to keep that one in mind as well, Glyph. Space Marines, I mean it's the Emperor, but still a Space Marine.
Yeah, the anatomy ain't anatomizing.
The anatomy is definitely not anatomy-ing.
Anatomy.
Enough, that was about the dogs.
Yeah,
Dogs are making noises.
she barked.
And you can't have them bark here when...
Yeah, not at this time of night.
Not at this time of night.
Motherfucker, I need to get bigger paper. I need to get A1 paper.
Okay.
Because my frame's too big, and if I use A2 paper, I have about 1 inch on each side. Well, 1 inch in total, but it doesn't fit. So I need to get bigger paper.
Can we get you bigger paper, love?
Fuck.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to do the thing in the city again.
Right, in the afternoon I need to be at the office as well. Just
Yeah,
quite
you
close
can go
to.
past the thing then.
Yeah, I can see. I can see whether the art store has what I need because it's going to be very. Why are you such a cunt? Why? You just went out for a 1 hour walk. You got to sniff. You
Yeah,
got
but
to.
Mom, that wasn't solving my continence.
You got borkiness at the sheep in the park. You borked at the random dudes peeing in the park, which is well done.
Yeah, well done.
You did all the sniffs. You walked for an hour. Can the continence be dialed down from 11 to like, I don't know, a 2?
No.
And then she says a very, very nice like, but I'm a good girl.
Of course she is.
The fuck you are.
No, she's a very good girl.
Only when Santa's watching.
Yes, you push this one. Sorry.
No.
No, but I heard loads and loads of sounds in the thingy for a second. Glyph loves your accent apparently.
Thank you. It has pockets. Sorry, I am very.
Okay, I hope that this one didn't ruin things now because now my mouse and nothing works as it should. Why are you like this? See, it's... Is it this one? There. Now it goes. I need to save because otherwise if I ruin this one now then I spent 30 minutes. Sorry. Cliff loves your accent. That's what I wanted to say.
Yes, and as a thing, it has pockets.
Yes. The best accents have pockets.
I am European in my accent.
Yes.
Lived all over the bloody place. And I've picked up snippets here and there. I have a cunning plan.
And now the plan isn't cunning anymore.
Okay, 3 is too small. I was like, let's try one of the other frames then. And the only A2 paper I have is not really high quality.
That is an issue.
It is ambition, scheiße, ja. How much is ambition? Ambition 2. Let me see, how big are you? You are a size bigger. Nope. Oh. See, frame people and paper producers need to sit around the table with each other and actually agree upon sizes.
I agree.
So an A2 sketching, A2 aquarelle, console wall paper.
Okay.
Fine. I have to. No, because I have a couple of fun ideas to put paintings in the long frames.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll keep them, maybe I'll toss them. Not toss them.
Sell
them. You just toss them at a random person. You want art? Here!
Art! You shall be arting today!
No, but there is multiple stuff I can play with.
Huh?
But that's not today, so I can't even sketch up my edges because I want to have my proportions correct.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm a bit hyped. It will calm down.
Say what?
It will calm down. I'm drinking my moon milk.
Okay.
She's chasing the cat.
Oh. They're really a lot more these last couple of days though.
could start with getting them out earlier in the mornings.
I'm not sure if that one's gonna make a difference, so. You think so?
Maybe.
What's my first language? Swedish. Swedish!
Svenska.
Oh ja. Ja, säg something in Swedish. Vad vill du att jag ska säga?
Ska vi snacka om då?
Vad ska vi snacka om? Vad pratar vi om? You have definitely heard me say stuff in Swedish. 100% certain that you have.
Well, we keep it for the OnlyFans.
You wanna hear me speak Swedish?
The OnlyFans is, 100% of the speaking Swedish all the time.
Yes. You might just not have known that you heard me say anything in Swedish. I think that's the thing. Okay. That feels a whole lot better. Not good, but better. The eyes are still too small, that's why.
Beady little eyes.
Right. We are closing in on the time to stop. It was mostly a case of me wanting to make sure that specific things were in place. Rather than anything else. Yes. You have attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Alright.
Join the Neurospicy Club. You're in good company.
You're in good company. You went to the psychiatrist. Usually that's something you can learn to live with. That's stupid. Why and so ADHD is something that we in the family refers to as neurospicy. It means that you have some sort of disorder that affects how you are as a person. And
well, it just shows that society is not made for you as a person.
They're just slightly different than what society usually thinks is okay.
We're better.
We're better. And you're in good company because we in this family and a lot of people in the stream and also someone quite a lot of in the Discord as well, I think, are also having neurospicy stuff.
Neurodivergent should be the correct.
Yeah.
But that implies that you have neurotypical, and that's also bullshit.
From highly gifted, I have never been diagnosed with that one. But there is a probability of it. Right, I'm gonna leave this one now before I ruin it.
It's it's all the Tylenol in the family and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I hog all the Tylenol. Grimnir? No. Right. Time for time-lapse time. I have just saved. This is a decent beginning. I need to adjust here because her boobies aren't showing as they should. It's important because they have two sets. So it needs to show on the shape slightly.
Ah. Double boobage.
Yes, double boobage. Anyways, time for a time lapse. Thank you for being here. I shall see you another time, another stream. Bye bye.